It's a very historic day here at Torino Football Club. We're playing our first two Champions League games. Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer. It's part 11 of this save where I'm managing Torino FC over in Italy. And we're doing alright. The Champions League draw has been made, so we know the 8 teams that we are going to be playing. And my word, it's going to be a rough ride, I think. We've got some very, very tough teams in there. However, one of them is AC Milan. And we've just drawn with them in the league. So they're a 5-star club. I'm sure it'll be a different game in the Champions League. But anyway, let's have a look at what's been going on. So just the 3 games played. I did want to come back because it's very, very historic. So I did want to come back for the Champions League. We've got a home game against Monaco. Very, very tough. And an away game against Shakhtar. Very, very tough again. We'll play Salernitana off camera, but we're going to play the 2 Champions League games today. Just the 3 games played in the league. So Catanzaro, a 2-0 win. AC Milan thought we'd get absolutely battered in that one. They were the better team, no doubt about it. They were the much better team. But at their place, a 1-1 draw. We did actually go in the lead in that game. But of course, they got a big game penalty and brought it back to 1-1. I feared the worst, but we managed to hang on. A nice draw at AC Milan. And then we played Udinese at home, and it was a 4-1 win. The league table sees us on top of the league, but you can't really take too much notice of that. I mean, if you look down to Bologna there, okay, I know they're not involved, but they're not involved in the top 4. They've only played 3 games. We played 5 games. But the important ones for us are Napoli and AC Milan, who have got a game in hand of us. So we won't be on top for very long. But it's a nice place to be. And we are putting the points on the board, which is very important. I don't know whether I showed you or not in the last episode, but Romulo Cardoso, I've been trying to sell him for a while. We did eventually move him on in the transfer window, which is now slammed shut. 1.2 million we got for him. Not amazing money, but he was a fringe player. And, well, to be fair, his teamwork and work rate just don't fit with my philosophy. So, anyway, he's gone. But we have brought another player in. And that player is 27-year-old Spanish Raul Garcia. He's a striker, so Cardoso was kind of a striker, so we needed some cover in there. We have got the young kid from Bournemouth, I think it is, on loan, Phillips. Our main striker, obviously, is Azon. He's 25 years old, but this lad's 27, so some nice experience up there. And, well, he has scored a goal for us already, so he's hit the ground kind of running, if you will. Finances, we have had the Champions League money coming in. I think it's 12.69 million for qualifying, which is very, very nice indeed. Obviously, those 2.4 millions for winning games are very important as well. I don't think we'll get many of those, but we have to be patient. We have to be very, very patient. We're not going to, I don't think we're going to qualify this season. We're not going to get through to that, you know, that like last 16, is it? We're not going to get in there. But, you know, we'll give it a good go. But nearly 50 million in the bank. And obviously, you've got to remember what a dire state the finances of this club were when I took them over. And we're building year on year now. We're putting a little bit of money in the bank. We're buying some better players. And we're moving through the gears a little bit. I feel as though I'm doing quite a decent job here. So as we move into a very historical moment for this club, yeah, it's our first game in the Champions League. And, well, a draw in this one would do me. I think we're probably going to get beat because Monaco are going to be a very, very tough side to beat. And I know we got a draw against AC Milan in the league, in Serie A. I don't think we'll beat them in the Champions League. But you know what? Like I say, no throwing the toys out of the pram because it's all a building exercise here at Torino. And it's building my profile as well. You know, if I can do well with Torino, you never know. I might get poached by another club. club. I have to say that very quietly, just in case the chairman's... I mean, I'm not looking, but the chairman might be listening. And it is in the back of my mind, you never know. One of the bigger European clubs might come in, see him doing a decent job. Because Torino, not really fancied. I mean, they have won Serie A, but it was many, many, many years ago. And Champions League, well, it's a first for the club. So I'm doing my bit. Okay, let's get stuck into this game. Okay, off camera, I've been trialling a couple of different systems. One system for home games, another system for away games. And with Champions League in mind this season. So I've been trialling it. It does seem to work quite well. So for the home games that we played, I play with the 2-striker system. And for the away games, I played basically this, with the 3 midfield players in there. The fact that we're playing Monaco today, I think we are just going to play with a 1 striker and try and keep it tight and maybe nick it on the counter-attack. I don't know. Monaco, very, very good team. So, okay, well, it's Kremer in goal, back 4 of Bakker, Struijk, Shaws and Walters, the 3 across the middle, Ilic, De Silva and Ricci. We've got Franco, the young lad who looks a terrific future, 4-star ball-winning midfield player. I am playing him as a DM though and asking him to come off ease off the tackles because he's got a 16 for aggression and he does pick up yellow cards like he's picking up confetti basically. Vlasic is the leading goal scorer for us at the moment. We don't score a lot of goals this team, but he is the leading goal scorer. And we've got Azon up front. But of course, we've got the 2 Phillips and Raul Garcia on the bench, should we need to bring them on. Couple of well, Phillips is a loanee. Raul Garcia is our player. He has scored for us. But we've got some good strength in depth now on the bench. You know, I'm liking the looks of Ketch, Habib Diarra, Fujimoto. There's some very good players on there. Fagioli is our like a youth product of ours. Looks very, very good. Okay, let's get stuck into this game. So as we're working at this game now, there's the Torino lineup. Let's have a look at the Monaco lineup. I mean, they're playing with wingers, so we're going to need to watch that, aren't we? But quite a strong lineup there from Monaco. And the players come out here. It is a home game, so we have got a home advantage. The media beforehand have said that it's going to be a very tight contest. 2 very evenly matched teams. So, you know, maybe we could nick this one. Get that 3 points on the board, 2.4 million. Because this club, like I've said before, it's a balancing act. Get the finances right, get the players right on the pitch, and get the results ticking over. At the moment, things are going to plan, but obviously in Football Manager we know that switch can always be flicked, and then, you know, things start going pear-shaped very quickly. But we are under the cosh here. 4 minutes on the clock, and it is Monaco who are pressing us. We have won the ball back once and tried to start a counter-attack, but it didn't work. So Walters there he didn't win the ball, unfortunately. He got his foot very, very near to it, but he didn't control it properly. And a ball into the box, the ball's in the back of the net, and 5 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, and we do go 1-0 down. And the writing was on the wall there, I think. The telltale signs were there. It's Football Manager, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we are losing 1-0. Can we push forward now? We might have to go into, in fact, we are going to go attacking, but we might have to go into a 2-striker system sooner than we thought. Azon there picks a loose ball up. We need to control this ball a lot better at the moment. We're very half-hearted in our challenges. Bakker now. Bakker plays the ball to De Silva. De Silva, our playmaker. We may need to move the ball a little bit quicker, but make the pass precise. De Silva there is tackled now. We're looking very, very second best here to this Monaco team, who have got that all-important early goal. De Silva back to Shaws. I mean, we're not looking sure, are we, at the moment? It's looking anything but sure. Ricci through to Vlasic. Vlasic blasts it in the back of the net. The linesman's flag is down. The referee's got his finger in his ear. And what's VAR going to say to him about this one? It could be 1-1. We could have got ourselves back into the game. The goal is awarded. Fantastic. We've got ourselves back into the game. And after looking very tentative and unsure, we speeded it up there. No end. Ricci plays a ball to Vlasic and he whacks it in the back of the net. It is 1-1. Well, after that last highlight, that seemed to kill the game off. We got the goal to draw it level, and nothing's happened since. So, I mean, what are we going to say? Satisfied? I'm going to go disappointed, you know. I mean, there are teams that we're going to play in the Champions League who we've got no chance against at all. I feel at home against Monaco, if we can nick it 2-1, that would be a good result. So I'm going to deliver that team talk. Let's see what the reaction is. Okay, Illich and Walters are both nervous. Not great, but let's move into the second half. Well, these games are very, very difficult to know what to do. Do we hang on for a 1-1 draw, which I suppose would be a very good point. It's our first game in the Champions League. I kind of feel like we could nick this one. So I've gone to the two-striker system. Raul Garcia has come on as the advance forward. We've just got the two across the middle now. But Diarra and Ketchta have come on in there for fresh legs. And let's see if we can nick this this game. 2-1 would be a tremendous result. But it could be a banana skin. I could be making a big mistake and we could get done at the back. But it's a gamble. You know, there's an old saying in there, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. Okay, last two changes. Fujimoto has come on now for Vlasic, and the young kid Phillips has come on for Azon up front. So we've got fresh legs on, two strikers now, both fresh legs. In fact, the kind of, well, the midfield two, very fresh. Fujimoto, very fresh. Both strikers, very fresh. Surely if we can get the ball up to the lads up front, they can nick a goal for us. Okay, 83 minutes on the clock, about 10 minutes of this game left. Phillips now has come very, very deep for that. He's legging it now into the penalty area. Ball out to Walters. He needs to deliver it. Can we get a header on it? Yes, we can. And Raul Garcia gets his second goal of the season. The linesman's flag is down, but the referee once again is going to go to VAR for this one. Is that goal going to stand or not? Is it going to stand? Yes, it is. Come on, it's 2-1. And this was really nice. We pulled them out of position down that side. And a lovely header there by Raul Garcia. He's just come in and he scored a couple of goals for us already. Okay, and Monaco do get the game underway again. I don't know, we're dinking that ball forward then quick because one of their strikers was miles offside, but he held back. Vanderson now, ball inside. And that is it the post? We get away with the penalty shout and it's hit the post. Rodriguez though, he's still got it alive and the ball goes out for a corner. Monaco now with the corner, they're turning the screw. They don't like this result at all. Neither would I. If I was a Monaco manager, I wouldn't be liking it either. You want to get off to a good start in your first Champions League game, don't you? Okay, I've gone to a bit more of a disciplined mindset now, mentality. We are playing 5 minutes of time added on, and there is another highlight. Our keeper there plays it to Shores. Straight now plays a nice ball into Ketchta. There's no press on from the Monaco players. We're managing to play this ball out very, very easily. I'm not quite sure what Monaco are doing here because surely they need a goal to tie this game up. And Bakker has got that ball through. Can he put it in the back of the net? Oh, and he can't. And the keeper makes a terrific save. Or did he? No, he didn't. And 5 minutes of time added on have come to an end. And we've got our first 3 points in the Champions League and 2.4 million. So we've killed two birds with one stone there. And this save is all about getting the finances right. We're working on it. It is working. Performances on the pitch, it's the other 50%. That's working as well. We're doing very well at the moment. And obviously we're going to give the lads a delighted for that. Terrific performance. I really didn't expect to win that game, if I'm honest. But the media did say it would be a very close game. And it was. A 2-1 narrow win for us. But there we go. I mean, the league, we don't need to look at the league yet. But what we do need to look at is Torino to receive 2.4 million. We need as many as them as we can get. I mean, I am aware I've not really shown you the teams that we're set to play. So we've got Shakhtar. We will be watching that one shortly. AC Milan at home. We've got Leipzig away. Slovan Bratislava away. Feyenoord at home. We have AC Milan in the Super Cup semi-final. That's kind of unwanted in there, isn't it, really? The Italian Cup third round. We've got a lot of games to play here in a short space of time. It's a good job I've signed a lot of midfield players. And then we've got Porto away from home. And the last game, the 8th game, will be Benfica to see whether we can get in that top 8 and qualify outright for the last 16. I don't think we will do. But you never know, do you? This team is ticking over at the moment. And maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay, back to bread and butter. It's Serie A. It's Salernitana. And we'll be back very shortly once we've played that game. And it will be an away game now at Shakhtar Donetsk. Another very, very tough Champions League game. Can we get 6 points on the board and get another 2.4 million? I don't know. I think it's a tall order at this stage of my development with Torino here. We'll see you very shortly. And that was one of my most experienced players and one of my most experienced centre-backs. What was that all about? Fortunately, my strikers sorted the situation out for us. Vlasic got an absolute brilliant goal, one of his trademark ones, right side of the penalty area, blast it into the top corner. It was 1-1. Super sub Phillips, the young kid we've got on loan from Bournemouth, he came on and scored a cracking goal through the middle, rifled it past the goalkeeper, and that was 2-1. And then Azon came on. We'd had him on the bench, but he came on late on in the game and made it 3-1. So we did actually get the 3 points. But hold on, we've had the dreaded message. And all us Football Manager players know exactly what that means, don't we? Enough said. But let's not think about that just now. The league table is looking rather hunky-dory. Top of the shop, 6 games played, 16 points. Roma have played a game more than us. It is still a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but not too much. AC Milan have got a game in hand of us, and well, they could go top. Obviously, if they win, their goal difference will be better than ours. But at the moment, we have the same goal difference as AC Milan on 11. But anything less than a win for them, and well, we stay top. And that is a very nice position to be in going into this Champions League game against Shakhtar Donetsk. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. I'll see you in the dugout. Okay, we're going to try and play a little bit conservative today, so we just got the one striker on. We are going to go with the positive mentality. I don't really believe playing Football Manager in, you know, cautious mentalities and low blocks and things, not from the kick-off. I feel like you've got to go at a team and give them something to think about. So, but we hopefully we've got the right balance here. Kremer in goal, back four of Bakker, Strick, Shaws and Walters. Franco is going to be the DM today. Obviously, we're asking him to ease off tackles because he has got a 16 for aggression. So we don't want him getting yellow cards and then being off the pitch, because he's a very, very good player. We need him on the pitch as much as we can. In the last game, I did rest him. Kemlin played there. Across the middle, we've got Ilic, De Silva, and Ketch gets the game today as a box-to-box. Vlasic, our superstar, striker come attacking midfielder, come blasting the ball in the back of the net. He's amazing, Vlasic. And we've got Azon up front, who seems to be a little shot shy at the moment. I'm trying him as an advance forward, because when he gets between the two white sticks, he doesn't seem to know what to do with that white round thing. Well, we all know what to do with it, don't we? He doesn't seem to. let's try him as an advance forward and see how that goes. But we have got we've got choices on the bench now, don't you know? We've got Raul Garcia, who is scoring goals. We've got the young kid Phillips, who is scoring goals. So if Azon doesn't know how to do it, we've got people to come on who do. Well, 15 minutes on the clock, we do get the first highlight here. Not the greatest of crowds in, I have to say. Walters there does win the ball, but then doesn't win the ball. It's a good old football manager trick, that, isn't it? Ball's headed there, and Kremer, I should say. Not quite sure what he was doing there. Well, I feel like we've gone into this game a little bit frightened of the opposition. We have turned it on there a little bit towards the half-time whistle. 3 shots, 1 on target. But that's only just come in, that. So, not the greatest of performances there. We are going to say we're disappointed. I don't know whether to go to the 2-striker system, because Shakhtar have been the better team, but not by an awful lot. So I don't know whether to go to the 2 strikers. I think I might. I've given them a bit of a kick up the shorts. Let's see if they go out in the second half and try and nick a goal. Okay, we do get the highlight straight from the kickoff. The Monaco game. So it's like it's a 2-pronged save. This, as I keep saying, it's finances and performances on the pitch. Finances. The Monaco game was the highest gate receipts that Torino have ever had. So Champions League working absolutely magically for us there. Not only did we get the 2.4 million, we got bums on seats as well, more than we've ever had before. Vlasic there fires his way through, he can score them, and unfortunately this time he hits the post. He really needed to place that a little bit more rather than blasting it, and that could have gone in the back of the net. Well, 54 minutes on the clock, and Shakhtar are not doing an awful lot in this game. I kind of feel like this is one of the games I had earmarked, because we have got some very, very tough games. This is one of the ones I had earmarked for possibly 3 points. It was a possible. There are some games we've got in the Champions League that are no-hopers. We need to get as many wins as we can. I'm going for it in this second half. I said it before, didn't I? You don't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. I feel like we've got to go for it and try and get the points where we can. Okay, it could come back to bite me, but anyway, Raul Garcia is coming up front to partner Azon. Backer now with a throw-in, fires the ball up the wing, and my player there had his back to the ball and wasn't even looking to see whether it was going to meet him or not. Okay, don't kick him. He's kicked him. It's a big game penalty. And I think we're going to go 1-0 down. That's a little bit cruel, if I'm honest, because I'm just trying to change my shape and my formation and do something, and then we get a big game penalty. Cruel. But what can you do? I don't know. It's in the back of the net. We are losing 1-0. We are going to have to go for it now, unfortunately. But that was nothing to do with me going attacking or putting 2 strikers on the pitch. Right, okay, we don't want to see a replay of that. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay, Kremer comes out very reluctantly, I must say, to pick that ball up. He seemed like he didn't want to come for that then. He's got a bit too cosy between the 2 white sticks there, hasn't he? Struik now plays the ball to Bakker. We need a better ball from him this time. Down that right-hand side. He's come inside. He's got shot there. Vlasic plays the ball back to Franco. De Silva. This is very nice. Lovely ball inside there to Mantilla. Can he find a shirt with this? We get a header in. It's in the back of the net. And Raul Garcia, I think for once I've actually bought a player in there. He only cost me about 3 million. In fact, I think it was less than that. And there wasn't a great lot of value to him, but I had a look at about half a dozen strikers. The scouts weren't very complimentary about most of them. Raul Garcia, they were like, maybe not. Actually, he's scoring goals, which is very nice indeed. Well, it's super sub again. The young kid Phillips has come on up front to partner Raul Garcia. And to be quite honest, in a 2-striker system, these two seem to work very, very well together. Although I don't really want Phillips as an advance forward. We'll play him as a pressing forward, I think. Yeah, we'll play him as the pressing forward, Garcia as the advance forward. And Ricci has come on in midfield, and Zagaritis has come on at left wing back. All my subs have been made now. I've put all my eggs in one basket here. So there's 15 minutes of this game left. Can Super Sub Phillips do it again? Let's see whether he can. Well, a very even game this now. They've had 6 shots, 3 on target. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target. So a very even game. And the Shakhtar fans don't seem very bothered about the Champions League, do they? They've certainly not turned out in the droves. The crowd is very, very poor. I would say probably 55-60% full the stadium. Can we win that one? No, we can't. So we need to get this ball back off Shakhtar now. The only way we're going to score a goal, believe it or not, is by having the ball. See, look. Wisdom up at... He's done it again. Super Sub Phillips has done it again. I'm just going to praise myself there for being a tactical genius. I am a tactical genius. Phillips has come on, Super Sub. We've come from 1-0 down. We're winning this game 2-1 now. And these 2 strikers, you know, I think I'm going to have to start giving them a start from the beginning together. Azon, he needs to watch his place. Phillips there, blonde-haired Phillips. And get once again, Super Sub. Ball inside the area. Kremer there. I want to call him Kemlin. Kremer touches the ball over the top. Little bit lackadaisical, if I'm honest. Okay. Oh, no highlight apparently. Okay, we have gone into a bit more of a disciplined stance now. We're playing a cautious mentality. With a bit of time wasting in there. I've backed all these orders off the touchline. Zagaritis now. I just hope that it's got to the other side of the pitch. I mean, I'm gobby, but sometimes, you know, they get the crowd noise and they don't hear me on the other side of the pitch. But I've shouted all these instructions on. Discipline, lads. Playing cautious. Can we get a third here? Oh, the keeper's actually touched it out. De Silva's going to whip. He's going to hit this. It's in the back of the net. And Josh De Silva, his first goal of the season. And he's our playmaker in the team. But he comes forward now and again. Well, once this season. Puts the ball in the back of the net. And we are winning 3-1 at Shakhtar Donetsk. And after going down to 1-0 in the first half, I did fear the worst. We've come back. We're winning 3-1. 4 minutes of time added on. Get in! Get in! 6 points on the board. The first 2 Champions League games. My word, those 2 games, those points are very, very important. Because like I say, we've got some very tough teams. And we're going to lose, I think, more games than we win. The first 2 games in the Champions League will give these lads a massive lift. We've won them both. Another 2.4 million. Bring it on! Of course, once again, we delighted. And my word, this is going much, much better than I ever thought it would do. Of course, we're on that 10-game unbeaten run that I showed you before. Yeah. Is that switch about to be flicked? If you've played Football Manager before, you know what I'm talking about. Well, 2 games played and 2 Italian teams on the top. AC Milan, 100% record. Torino, 100% record. At the beginning of this episode, I didn't think those words would be leaving my mouth. And there we go again, another 2.4 million. Let's have a quick look at the finances now. We've actually got 52 million in the bank. Next season's minimum guaranteed transfer budget will be 17 million. So, I mean, we need to let's move that transfer budget. We've obviously got a little bit of a payment in there for somebody. Still leaves us a little bit over. We're not too much over. They're not going to be unduly worried, the board, about that. We're about £16,000 a week over. I mean, that's peanuts, isn't it, really? But that bank balance, my word, has that come on an absolute treat. And I did fend off big offers for Illich and Walters in the near the end of the transfer window. So I kind of figured now, I mean, at the beginning of this save, I would have sold Illich to get some money in. Now we've got 52 million in the bank. I can afford to start saying, no, I want to keep my best players. And we'll build on that in the summer transfer window. These 2.4 millions coming in. I mean, from the Champions League this season now, we've earned, what's that, nearly 5. we've earned about 17.5 million from the Champions League, and we're only 2 games in. Okay, league going very well as well, but we have had that dreaded message. We're on a 10-game unbeaten run. I'm going to go and play some games off camera now. Let's hope that switch doesn't get flicked. Both fingers are crossed here. Please and thank you. We'll see you very shortly.